Everything changes in life, but the virtuous path and skill set of a high-value man has remained unchanged since the beginning of mankind. This is a topic that has been of interest to many men. From ancient Romans to Greeks to Spartans, many have tried to answer what skills a high-value man must possess. Many scholars have written several books on this topic, and almost all of them arrive to similar conclusions that we will discuss shortly. But start by understanding that being a man means to be competent and effective in your world. A man should be able to handle himself, no matter what the situation is. He should not be impulsive, but act rationally and without being acted upon. The skills we will discuss shortly will help you stand out from 99% of men around you. You will talk with a different confidence and capability in your manly role as a procreator, protector, and provider. Let's discuss 8 different skills that every man needs to master. Number 1. Be able to defend yourself. The world has and will continue to remain a dangerous place until we reach heaven. Regardless of where you live, there will always be people who may want to harm you or your family. It's my prayer that none of you have to go through this trauma. But it is better to be safe than sorry. You should be able to defend yourself, and not just by weapons or martial arts. It all begins from the mind. A defensive mindset means to always stay observant and ready for any circumstances. For this, you might need to minimize your distractions, such as texting, phone calls, or other activities. By engaging in these short-lived dopamine moments, you train your brain to never pay attention to detail. For example, if I was to ask you what colored clothes your friend was wearing today, it's very likely that you wouldn't be able to answer, because you have trained your brain to get used to overstimulation, where it never pays attention to detail. It has been trained to look at content and forget it soon afterwards. And of course, don't forget the obvious. Physical training. Take up some sort of martial arts or boxing to build up better sense of self-defense. Number 2. Listen to others. If you want to grow in life and level up, learn the art of shutting your mouth and listening to others. This will only happen when you are surrounded by men who you look up to and who are more experienced than you. You can't expect to keep your mouth shut when you are surrounded by a bunch of lowlifes who have no value to share. It is one of the most important skills to acquire. Your ability to listen also has a significant impact on your career effectiveness and the quality of your relationships with others. In the modern era, too many people listen to respond, rather than listening to understand. Instead, you must learn to listen actively and make a conscious effort to understand the words that the other person is saying. In today's culture, people are too quick to judge and paint with a broad brush, because people have forgotten the art of listening to others. Hence, they are quick to get offended by everything, and hence the reason why they will never grow in life. Number 3. Understand the importance of your life. You have to understand your life's essentials, and it will always be different for every person. Every man has their separate life, and the things that they value differ too. Initially, determine the things you value the most in your life, and take 4 or 5 examples as a starting point to model, so you can structure the life you want. Pick the top 5 reasons that give meaning to your life. For some men, this could be a relationship with the Almighty God, your craft, your family, or even something simple, like being able to walk without pain. These things are the backbone of your life, so choose them wisely. Now look at your calendar and assess the way you use your time every day. Imagine your day is cut to 12 hours instead of 24 hours, and truly ask yourself how you can fulfill each of those 5 points you have written down in that time frame. Everything else that doesn't align with these goals need to be cut out. You need to be consciously moving forward and improving in all of the 5 areas that give importance to your life. Number 4. Achieve financial maturity. Financial maturity means that you've taken the necessary steps that lead you into financial adulthood. You need to be financially secure and independent to some degree. It is all about having enough assets and making money to support you and your family members. Start by educating yourself about personal finances. If you are a beginner to all this, then start with the basics which school has failed to teach us. Understand debt, savings, cash flow, budget, and expenses. Learn about the changes in the job market, lending trends, cost of living, stock market health, and interest rates for savings, mortgages, and credit cards. And then set up an emergency fund that you never touch. It is there in case something goes sideways. Just like other areas of your life, you also need to learn financial discipline. Creating a business or setting up ways for passive income is great, but if you don't follow through with your plans, they're all worthless. Develop self-control to prevent yourself from irresponsible spending. Don't buy anything until after you have paid into the funds and savings you have created. Number 5. Self-reliance. Ask yourself, if you were isolated from others and on your own, would you be able to survive? This is a survival trait that every man needs to possess. It applies to everything from the most complex of activity to the most simple one. For example, if you can change a tire by yourself and don't need to call your insurance for roadside assistance, you are one step close to becoming self-reliant. You must learn small tasks, such as repairs around the house, instead of calling someone to do them for you. This adds more manly skills to your tool belt. Self-reliance goes way beyond physical acts. To truly become self-reliant, you need to dig deep inside of yourself and make some changes. And the biggest way to do that is to think independently. Don't repeat whatever rubbish society puts in your mind. Detach from the matrix and be the voice of truth. Number 6. Never lose your curiosity. There was a time when we were just a child and everything was interesting to us. Life wears down on you over time, and not only does it become unhappy and tiring, but you may even start to lose curiosity about everything. You have to hold on to your curiosity. The manliest skill that you will ever acquire is asking a why to every odd situation. Curiosity will take you where motivation never will. Curiosity will always make you chase new ideas and try new experiences. This allows you to gain more knowledge and form new ideas. Listen to this quote. If you can light the spark of curiosity, then you will learn without any further assistance. Number 7. Know your worth. Your worth is not based on your accomplishments. The satisfaction you feel after an achievement will only last so long. While this hunger to be better at everything is very important to be successful, but learn to detach yourself from your career. Consider you and your career as two symbiotic animals, in which both sides benefit from each other. Separating yourself from your career will help you in the long run, and you will be able to take a step back in life and redefine your idea of success. You should look into yourself and find the personality that makes you feel the most successful. Simply put, don't make anything your self-image. Not the gym, not money, and not your career. Just like we discussed before, be self-reliant and so satisfied that even if these things were taken away from you, you would still know your value regardless. And finally, number 8. Accept yourself. Despite being men who are trying to become the best version of ourselves, we will never be perfect. We are not God. We will continue to grow and change. You will make mistakes along the way because no one is perfect. It is easy to let yourself down, but learn to accept yourself for who you truly are. Identify and focus on the positive qualities rather than dwelling on the negative ones. By the way, don't forget to show some love. Tap that subscribe button and hit like for the algorithm. To see the next best way to level up as a man, watch these videos.